Hello, welcome to an exciting edition of Jeffrey Show Live. I'm your host, Jeffrey Taylor. Woo. And excuse the wrinkled shirt. You guys know how your auntie gets you a shirt for like Christmas or blah blah blah, and they think it's cute from like TJ Maxx or Marshalls even, and you have to wear it sometimes because you don't have anything else washed. Okay, that is what happened today. I should have ironed it, but it's all good. Y'all gonna see my aunt's favorite shirt again. I swear you guys are gonna see it. But I'm in such a freaking good mood tonight, you guys, because tonight was SmackDown Live. Let's see which episode this was. This was 9/18/18 recap video from yours truly. And guys, this is one of your favorite shows. It's the A-list show of all WWE. It's my favorite show of all wrestling. So let's stop wasting each other's time and get right into the recap. We had The Miz that opened up the show with this highly anticipated Miz TV special guest. It turns out to be Maryse. It turned out to be freaking Maryse. And I used to love Maryse growing up, especially in 2008, but she's been such a dud since getting back into ring action over the past week. We saw her last week in the main event. Trash. We saw her at Hell in a Cell get the win with that sloppy roll-up. Trash. I'm just like pissed off for her. She's legit getting heel heat from me at this point because of her trash performances in the ring. Now, no, Maryse just had a baby, but how inconsiderate to the consumers can you be? If you're not ready, you're not ready. But all in all, I still think that Maryse is better than Brie Bella athletic-wise, like she said in her interview. I'm just saying. All in all, the interview itself between the two was definitely a dud moment. Now, it wasn't a bad interview as a whole. It was just me. I just don't like Maryse for her performances. Now, as a heel, she's doing an excellent job. Hopefully that makes sense to you all. But as an overall, it was actually straight. The promo ended up getting intensified as Maryse was making an announcement, bragging about her accomplishments when Daniel Bryan comes out. Now, this is when the segment gets really good, you guys. Daniel Bryan ended up mistakenly hitting Maryse, and this is the first real bump that she's probably taken in 5 to 7 years at this point. This is when Maryse is like legit down, and I'm shook. And this is like the second time Miz and Daniel Bryan feud has made me feel like wrestling is real, and that is one hell of a thing to do. Like it was last week with Brie Bella taking a hit from Miz by mistake, and now this week, Maryse, I really genuinely felt like she was not okay because she hasn't been performing up to par. Both women are so bad in the ring that when they get hit by a male, I am genuinely concerned. Opposed to if a Becky Lynch or a Charlotte gets hit by a male, I'll be like, girl, get up. Like, what you doing? Get up. But Brie Bella and Maryse legit be taking those hits like they're about to die. And it makes me evoke so much emotion out of me. Daniel Bryan is genuinely caring for Maryse apologizing. The Miz doesn't know what to do. It goes even further when the Miz tries to attack Daniel Bryan and Maryse is on the side ropes and she ends up getting bumped again. Now this wasn't as hard as the first bump, but it still made my heart drop a little. I was kind of like again? Like again? What more do you want from me, WWE? Like she keeps taking hits. Daniel Bryan at this point is a heartless bastard. He does not care for Maryse anymore. He just wants to beat the Miz ass, and it just goes 0 to 100 by then. Nope, the reason why Daniel Bryan came out and all this happened was because the Miz called them out because they were booing his wife. And now look at what happened. You know, this feud just took up so many notches up, and that flame, that passion just got back reignited to this feud after that whack match from Hell in a Cell. So at Super Showdown for the #1 contender for the WWE Championship against The Miz and Daniel Bryan, and Maryse will be at home as I expected, as she plans to take some time off respectfully since they have a newborn baby in a sense. I think it's going to be pretty good. The show continued with so much drama, you guys. Like, we had the New Day and the Bar that's starting their feud. The New Day is kind of like Australians, Crocky, paying homage to the late, great Steve. I forgot his Steve Crocodile. I forgot his last name, to be honest. It's been so long, but rest in peace, still a legend in our hearts as they prepare for the Super Showdown in Melbourne. We had Kofi Kingston versus Cesaro, and it was one hell of a match, you guys. SmackDown, this is what you give me. This is what you give me. You love me. You really, really love me. Kofi Kingston was unorthodox move. Cesaro looking like he should be in a WWE Championship match. Sheamus with his jersey on the outside. The New Day with their little bits of commentary. Kofi and Cesaro did the same thing, as now they are vets in this industry. It's a match we would have saw 10 years ago, and it's still good 10 years ago. Later, 10 years prior. Now, excuse me, as Cesaro and Kofi are still in the position they were 10 years ago. But hey, we love them, but they still have that passion for wrestling and not caring about the politics that's going on in this business. Phew. Because it could be a lot worse and they could stop caring. Cesaro ended up picking up the win as he has a W2K19 rating higher than Kofi Kingston, so you would expect for him to win clean with that neutralizer. Great, excellent match to kick off the show. We moved along with another rivalry that's been picking up. We have Rusev Day that lost against the New Day at Hell in a Cell. We had that backstage segment where Rusev, in a sense, was blaming Aiden English for the loss, which I don't agree with. It was kind of a clusterfuck miscommunication, and I don't think that Aiden was the problem. In addition to that, we had Lana and Rusev walk away. Rusev completely walked away as Aiden English wanted to vent. It seems like this is something that Aiden English always does, and he finally got caught by Lana. Now, Lana did not get the opportunity to tell Rusev because he shrugged her off before the United States Championship match. He needed all the positive energy that he can get, but Rusev made it clear that Rusev Day was because of him. Lana heard it all, and she was not pleased. Fast forward to the United States Championship matchup where Shinsuke Nakamura is continuously being treated like an afterthought from Japan at this point. We had Nakamura that retained the championship. Another really good match between the two, man. Like, Rusev was ducking and diving like Lil Kim. Like, he was into it, man. He was into it. He was all about regaining the United States Championship years later. Lana was doing her part, just silently watching at ringside. Aiden English kind of got in verbally and ultimately, allegedly, cost Rusev the match when he said, "Rusev, crush him." Something that Lana is known for saying. I guess Aiden English said it in an obnoxious way. Now, I was going to play the fool and be like, that couldn't be a distraction, but I still blame Rusev. It's a United States Championship matchup. Screw your friends. Stop blaming Aiden English and get your head in the game and start focusing. Now, although we found out that Aiden English distracting Rusev was on purpose as he attacked him after Shinsuke Nakamura retained the championship after a roll-up, this solidifies that there is no more Rusev Day, and now it's actually Happy Aiden Day. That ain't it, Aiden. Like, you gonna have to find something else, but Happy Aiden Day! That ain't it, homeboy. Like, you gonna have to go to the drawing board. At the end of the day, whenever they do this, whenever they break up Crime Time, whenever they break up people that are doing well together, it never ends good. So rest in peace to Aiden English unless he finds the mojo to regain from this. And Rusev, we all know where you was going before Aiden English and that Rusev Day started. So we wish all three of you guys the best in your future endeavors moving forward, and we will be watching. Now, if Sunday Night Heat was around, I'm pretty sure they would have been bumped to Sunday Night Heat starting next week, but I don't see this getting any pay-per-view time. But who am I? Who am I? We had a quick backstage promo between Randy Orton and the production truck where he wanted to zoom in on the screwdriver ear Jeff Hardy from Hell in a Cell and what he's been doing for the past months. Randy Orton sounded like he was hazing the production truck man, talking about, "Do you really want to piss me off?" It sounded like some porno movie. And we all heard about the stories backstage when people get signed up for the WWE and they have to go through Randy Orton and he tries and tells them to touch his penis, and then Stephanie and Vince walk in and then he stops and act like nothing has happened. Everyone is scared to tell on Randy Orton because he's been in the business for 12 years. It's just a mess. That's what that gave me. It seems like they just spit back all our tweets in our face in that production moments. Now, I actually liked it, to be honest. I can't even lie. I liked it. I liked it. Even though we were all talking about, oh, this don't feel right. This is what the tweets and people have been saying. We can believe it. And we actually liked it. We're some sick fuckers, you guys. We are some sick fuckers, you guys. Moving along, we had Adrian Cena almost getting a huge match against AJ Styles within the night. This is probably the match of the night for me, and this says a lot because there wasn't a I was about to say there wasn't a bad match of the night, but up until this point, this was a 5-star show, a fantastic show. Cien almost really got his shit in the beginning. He was really aggressive in showing that he belonged in the main event scene against AJ Styles. AJ Styles started to build back up, start to pump up that momentum, taking off his shirt, really fighting, really going in. That resiliency was really shown. We saw some nice moves by Almas. We saw some great moves by AJ, who ultimately ended up getting the win from this matchup. WWE Championship regained, but Cien Almas really looked good. Shouts to Andrade getting these opportunities week after week because that was a really good matchup. Post-match, Samoa Joe stole AJ from behind, but AJ is ready for Samoa Joe bitch ass at this point, and he ended up getting the upper hand because Samoa Joe keep doing these sneak attacks. AJ was prepared this time, and AJ got in their ass before the night was over with. They don't want none, they don't want none. People still do that. Oh yeah, I guess not. So, we're moving along until where the show went down a bit for me. As much as I love Asuka, Naomi, and the Iconics, I really thought they was going to leave that out of the show and give like a good 15 minutes to Charlotte and Becky, but Charlotte and Becky got like 5 minutes to be honest, and Asuka and the Iconics and Naomi cut into that time, and it advances storylines, it gives placement. There's still no word of WWE Evolution pay-per-view whatsoever. We know these 4 women will be facing at the Super Showdown. But we had Asuka that defeated Billie Kay, rightfully so. Asuka's gonna kill you. Love the interest between Naomi and Asuka. The Iconics had a cute little promo where they're joking as always. Now, as we head into the main event segment of the show, we have Becky SmackDown Women's Live Championship coordination, and our very own Paige was doing the presentation of the night. Now, we see that Paige was still a little salty about not being able to wrestle. You can see her. She wasn't too enthused about Becky Lynch winning the championship and present the coordination. I don't care what you guys say. Paige still had that burning fire to want to get back in that ring. And luckily, Becky didn't put it in her face. But Becky had her sights on something else. She wasn't as happy as the Eddie Guerrero Championship coordination or the Randy Orton. She had another agenda in mind. She was focused on Charlotte Flair and even called her out during her coordination. Nope, we only about had 5 minutes, 7 max of this segment, so I was seeing if Charlotte was going to steal her from behind and we was going to go off air. To my surprise, Charlotte comes down the ranch like a queen should. Charlotte is still being respectful to Becky as Paige is out of the ring at this point. But Becky is still being disrespectful just how she was at Hell in a Cell this past Sunday. Eventually, Becky has some demands for Charlotte. As Charlotte wanted to give her proper respect, her proper due, Becky blamed that she wanted the spotlight from her at that time. And now, on this SmackDown Live episode, she wanted her to put the belt around her, raise her hand, and finally wanted her to call her the queen. Charlotte declined all of that mess, and it resorted with Becky Lynch calling her a bitch. The ultimate disrespect, you guys. I can't deal with Becky at this point. I can't stand her. Oh, I can't stand her. Eventually, Charlotte had all she could take and ended up knocking Becky Lynch out, but Becky Lynch was prepared to fight. Now, Charlotte didn't have the mentality to fight. She came out to give respect to Becky. So when Becky was already had that mentality of I'm going to knock Charlotte out, guess what she did? She knocked Charlotte out all across the outside on the announce table, took her back in, tried to snap her arm, and slammed her down before leaving with her title. Now, and for the 60,000 people, Charlotte will get her rematch for the SmackDown Live Women's Championship, and I don't think Becky Lynch is going to truly like the results. But let me guys know what you guys think of our favorite show, SmackDown Live, of all of wrestling. Leave some likes, some comments. Let's have a conversation about how great this show was. Tell me your ups and downs, what you guys disagree with, and I'll be glad to interact with each and every one of you. Thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you guys later on another exciting edition of Jeffrey Show Live.